and I will send you back the link. Okay, this is point number one. And point number two, that is, okay, if we would like to use the XPS, then what should we do? Okay, basically in Mi and Phone, okay, for XPS, we have three different systems. The first system is the live system. That means, okay, whenever you would like to open case to generate report, this is the one what you are using, okay, for your daily operation. This is the live system. However, for our developer, okay, if we would like to design some new module in XPS, then what should we do? Then we will do all the process of development in the development website. However, for all of you, okay, for example, if you would like to introduce all of you to come to our session to test whether the new module is suitable for your daily operation, then we will use another platform to let you try the functions. Okay, the website is what we so-called the UAT. Have you heard about what is UAT? UAT, it stands for User Acceptance Test. UAT is stand for User Acceptance Test. So on your desktop, have you seen on your desktop? You'll find an icon, okay, an XPS icon with a UAT, okay, initial at the end of the name. Okay, you just okay, simply double click this icon. See what happened. Yeah. Okay. Because we set the some of the machine, we set the Internet Explorer. You may just simply click. Let me have a look. Okay. Click next, and next, something like that. Okay. 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 It will show you the login screen of the XPS, right? I think all of you have already familiar with what is XPS, so I will not spend so much time in talking how to explain the usage of the user interface. Okay, out here, the XPS will ask you for the login name. Okay, for the login name, you will see on top of your keyboard, okay, top right corner, you will see a password, something called the XPS MRID. The second one, XPS MRID, right? Okay, the password, the login name is train MR a number, right? Train MR a number. And for the password, sorry, I forgot the password. I need to check. For the password, it should be, don't guess D497. Okay. And the password should be TRN1306. TRN1306. TRN06. Okay, TRN1306. Okay, after you press the password, press enter. TRN1306. Okay, it's okay. After you launch to the XPS, okay, it will show you it is loading the Java. Okay, basically for the XPS, you may access the XPS at your home. Okay, but the first requirement is that you need to send an email to ITS Help Desk and then CC your grade 2 or above managers, and then ITS will grant you the access right, okay, out of office. Okay, but one thing I need to remind you, that is you need to, okay, install the Java plugin on your home machine in order to access the XPS at home. Okay, but one thing I need to tell you, the reason why you need to CC your grade 2, that is to tell your grade 2 you can do your office work at home. Okay, so that's why, okay, you need to CC your grade 2 or above managers. Okay, now, okay, after you launch the XPS, this is a quite familiar interface for all of you, because I know that all of you have already experienced, okay, how to use the XPS for years already, right? Okay, basically, okay, one thing I need to tell you, that is, okay, here is the function list. Okay, and for the merchandisers, I think most of you are merchandisers, right? Okay, most of the essential modules are put under this category, merchandiser. Okay, if you would like to create a new case, okay, then you may make use of the case maintenance. However, okay, I need to tell you one thing, that is, have you heard about what is TAP? Trade as principle. Have you heard about what is TAP? Trade as principle. Do you know this the movement of Li and Feng? Okay, we are now changed most of our business from agency business to back to TAP, trade as principle. So that's why on the XTS, okay, under the case directory, you can see one more section, one more directory for all of you. That is something called the order with inventory. Can you see this? Okay, for this movement, okay. Okay, sorry. Okay, for this movement, okay, about what is the order with infantry, okay, let me tell you one thing, that is, okay, because for the agency business, most of the time, okay, we will arrange the delivery in just in time, okay, manner, JIT, just in time manner, okay, that means, okay, after, okay, in our arrangement, okay, we will shorten the time for the product, okay, to keep on our hand, okay, the ideal, okay, process is like that. Okay, once the supplier gives us the product, and then we will directly send to the customer. Okay, so we can keep no stock, okay, on hand. Okay, this is the ideal case. However, in some case, okay, we cannot do it in just in time way. Okay, so what should we do? We will keep it in our warehouse. In this kind of process, we will create something called the order with inventory. In this idea, okay, case is no more applicable, okay, in this scenario. What we will create is something called a sales order. Okay, one thing I need to ask you, okay, whether or not, okay, your division are using the sales order or not, or still using the case. Case only. Okay, no more sales order, no inventory is required. Why? Okay, that's great. Then I will skip this part. But one thing I need to tell you, that is, whenever other divisions, okay, I tell you something about sales order, which is equivalent to the case, okay, in your division. Okay? So, okay, I can make the stuff much more simpler. Okay, okay. So this is some new module. Okay, if your division are not using this module, okay, I will skip this part. Okay, after that, okay, another function I would like to introduce to you, that is, okay, for this part, recently used. Okay, basically for the recently used, okay, most of the time the recently used cases will be shown under this list. However, if you find if you have an observation of this list, okay, you may find that, okay, all this the list will change time to time. For example, if you would like to keep the list, keep the case, okay, on top of this list, then what should you do? Can you see what next to the case is a pin? It's a pin icon, right? If you want to keep that case on top of this list, very simple. You may just click this pin icon, okay, and then pin the case on top of this list. Then this case will keep on this list, okay, forever and ever. Okay. If you say, okay, David, I don't want to keep it anymore, then what should we do? Unclick this pin button. Okay. It is very simple and convenient. Okay. Now, if you say, oh, David, okay, finally, I would like to create a report. What should I do? Okay. You may go to this section, reporting. Basically, under reporting, you can see, okay, there's so many reports. However, which report are the most useful, okay, to all of us? Basically, I can tell you that is the top 1, 2, and this 3. That means the first one is the dynamic report, and the second one is management report, and the third one is the master file report. Okay, only 3 reports are important. Reporting. No management report. Okay, it is for sure. You know why? Okay, for the management report, basically, it's only available for all the grade 2 or above manager. However, my account is belongs to IPS, so that's why I can see what is management report. Okay. However, at this moment, okay, for management report, okay, I don't know whether it still have value to stay in XTS. The reason why, because we have already introduced a new stuff, okay, to the management level people. That is the something called the dashboard explorer. Have you heard about it? Dashboard explorer. Have you heard about it? No. Dashboard Explorer. Dashboard Explorer. Okay? We have introduced something called the Dashboard Explorer to all the management grade people. Okay, it is much more convenient for you to get the analyzed report. Okay, from the system. Okay, basically the dashboard report. Okay, Explorer is created by some application called the Crystal Report. Have you heard about this application before? No. Okay. If you would like to use the Dashboard Explorer, I think you can contact your account manager from IPS. Okay, as she can help you to arrange some training session. Okay, or maybe enable this module to all of you to use it. Okay, but it is only available for those grade 2 or above manager. Is it clear? Okay, so that's why management report is not for small potato like me, okay, in Li and Feng. So if I'm a small potato, okay, I'm only a operator, or maybe I'm only a merchandiser, then what report I can generate? Okay, we've got only dynamic report and the master file report. Okay, however, if you say, well, David, how come there's still so much more report? What is the use of the other reports? Okay, basically, the other reports belongs to campaigns. It is only for the convenient use of generating report. So that's why we create these reports. Okay, but you may just simply ignore them. Okay, because finally we find that it is useless. Okay, but we don't want to remove it from the system. So that's why we keep it all on top of the system. But two most essential report, that is dynamic report and master file report. But what is the differences between the dynamic report and the master file report? Okay, for the dynamic report, what does it mean? That means if the data are dynamic, then we'll put into consideration of a dynamic report. But what kind of the data is dynamic? Which that means that they will change day to day. What kind of data in the XTS will change day to day? Okay, for example, the cases record, the invoice record, and also those are LC record, or maybe those open account record, okay, payment settlement record. They belongs to the dynamic report. They belongs to the dynamic report. If you say, okay, I would like to know the revenue of my division of this month, then what should you do? You should go to the dynamic report to generate the report for your senior. Okay. However, if you say, okay, dynamic report is nearly cover all the stuff, okay, of our daily operation, then what was the use of the master file report? Okay, let me show you. Okay, master file report. That means it will show you the data which will once enter to the database, and it will not change anymore. We will put those data into consideration of to be a master report umbrella. Okay, so what is belongs to the umbrella of the master file report? Let me show you. For example, those about the customer profile information and also the supplier profile information, okay, which is put under the umbrella of the master file report. Okay, as I mentioned before, okay, so this kind of information, okay, once you put it into the database, okay, you will seldom alter those information inside the database. Because why? Because it will seldom change. However, one very important thing that is, okay, we need to keep our supply information up to date. So that's why, in order to stimulate you, all of you, okay, to check whether the supplier profile information is up to date, we have another process for all of you. That is what? The annual review approval. Do you remember this? Okay, so that's why we need to stimulate all the merchandiser, okay, to keep track on, okay, whether the supplier information is up to date or not. So we got annual review approval process every year. Okay, but one thing I need to remind you, that is, okay, for a small potato like David, okay, I can generate nearly all the report under the dynamic report and master file report except one report. That is about the supplier profile. This kind of supplier profile report, okay, is only available, okay, for the colleague who are grade 1 or above. For grade 2 manager, they need to first of all get the approval from the grade 1 manager in order to generate this supplier report. However, for small potato like me, okay, I can never, okay, generate report with supply information. Okay, please be reminded. Because you know, okay, in merchandiser industry, okay, basically for those supplier information, basically is the asset of each merchandiser. So that's why Li and Feng don't want you can, okay, generate this kind of report easily and keep it on hand. So this is the reason why you cannot generate the supplier profile report, okay, easily in the XPS. Okay. Okay. Now, if I say, okay, David, if my boss, okay, ask me for the report, okay, to know the daily operation performance, then what should I do? Most of the time, you will go to the what? Dynamic report. Okay, let me tell you one thing, that is, okay, basically the operation of the dynamic report and the master file report are quite similar. Okay, so that's why in this study session, I will focus on the dynamic report operation, okay, to show you the steps, okay? Now, let me show you, okay? Let's, okay, go into the dynamic report module, okay, together. Double-click the dynamic report. After you launch the dynamic report, after you launch the dynamic report, you can see, okay, quite a few fields, okay, you need to fill in. Okay, the first part is something called the report. Okay, basically, what is the meaning of the report? Okay, maybe, okay, before I go in depth, okay, on the operation of the report, okay, I will, first of all, introduce the structure of the database of XTS to all of you first. Basically, what is XTS? XTS is basically come from a database called Oracle. Come from the Oracle database. And XTS is only a user interface designed by the Li and Feng ITS development team for you to easily to enter the information into the database. If you don't have the interface called XTS, what happens? Then you need to learn another language. That is what we so called the how to pronounce it. How to pronounce it. If you are not an IT guy, you will pronounce it as SQL. However, if you would like to show you are a professional IT guy, then what should you do? You should pronounce it as what? SQL. Remember, if you would like to communicate with those IT guys in a more professional manner, then you should pronounce it as what? SQL. Okay? To show you, okay, I'm knowledgeable in IT. Okay, SQL. Okay, if you say, okay, we don't have the XTS. If you would like to what? To retrieve those information, those data, okay, from the XTS. If you need to write in SQL, then what should you do? For example, let me show you. Then you need to type something like this. Okay. Cells. Okay. You need to know. Okay. Select all the information from the table called the cells. Okay. One thing I need to remind you, that is basically a database is composed with different table, and different table will what? Will store the your business data inside each table. That means a database composed with what? A huge amount of table, and then after that, for each table, it will keep all the business data, okay, of your division. So if you would like to select those information, okay, retrieve those information from the table called cells, then you need to type this statement, okay? For more complicated statement, then you need to learn more keywords, key terms in order to write this statement. This is very complicated for a merchandiser. So that's why finally we got the XTS user interface for all of you. Okay? So let me tell you. For first part, what does it mean by report? As I mentioned before, each database are composed with what? Different table. Basically, for the report session, what does it mean? It means, okay, the system asks you for which table you would like to select. So please click this lookup button. See what happens. After you click the lookup button, okay, it will show you this dialog box. Okay, on top of this dialog box, can you see the percent sign here? Percent sign in the Oracle database, it means the wildcard character. 八大符號啊 wildcard character. What does it mean? That means, okay, if you say, my boss would like to know the sales performance of our divisions, what should we do? As you mentioned before, okay, all of you need to create case to keep all the transaction information of your division, right? So if you would like to generate a report, okay, to know the revenue, then what should we do? Okay, most popularly, I will generate a case report. So at this moment, after you see, okay, see on top here, you've got the wildcard character, you just simply click C. See what happened. It will show you case report, case additional amount report, case report with code, what? I can't see it, okay. Something like that, color size, okay, with color size, something like that, okay. Can you see? This, okay, the case report. Basically, what is the case report? That means, okay, it will retrieve all the information under the case table. Okay. However, it will say, okay, my boss only want to know the revenue of our division. Does it mean, okay, all the case will become revenue to your division? No. Why? 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 Why it doesn't mean, okay, all the case will become the revenue? Why? Okay, I need to remind you again. That is, for case, we have a life cycle, right? At the very beginning, okay, case, the status will become what? Once, okay, you receive, okay, a call from the customer, okay, you need to first of all to create a case, okay, to what? To keep the record that is the customer contact you for a certain amount of goods, okay, from being phone. So at this moment, we call it as a potential case. Why we call it as a potential case? Because we will potentially have business, right? Once, okay, the business is due, then we'll change it to what? Confirmed status. Confirmed status. That means, okay, the customer will have business with us. After the business is complete, then it will change to the status closed, right? However, if, okay, after a certain discussion, okay, with the customer, okay, bargain with the customer, but finally, okay, we cannot, okay, have a business with that customer, then what should we do? Then we will change the status to what? Deleted status. Is that right? So in this life cycle, we can see that is for closed status and confirmed status. What does it mean? That means, okay, those value of the case will finally become revenue of our division, right? So that's why if we retrieve the report, okay, from case report, okay, we should retrieve what? Only the cases with the status both what? Confirmed and confirmed and what? And closed status. Am I right? However, if we would like to adjust it under the case report, it is very difficult for us. So in XTS, we have another set of report. That is what we so-called the sales report. Can you see this? Just simply type sales here. Sales report. What does it mean by sales report? Sales report, it will show you only the what? Only the confirmed and or closed status cases in the case table of XTS database. Is it okay? Can you see the sales report here? Right? After that, okay, good, David, I would like to generate a sales report. What should I do? You may just simply click the sales report. See, after you tell the computer, okay, I would like to retrieve the sales report. Okay, then what next? It will ask you for the template. What does it mean for the template? Okay, besides as you can see here, there's so many fields you need to select. Okay, under this report, you need to ask tell the machine, okay, which field you would like to retrieve from the database as sales report. However, this is quite a complicated process for you because maybe your boss asks you for the report, maybe it will up to 30 fields or 40 fields, okay, in order to generate the report. Then what should you do? Okay, out here we've got something called a template. Please click the lookup button. Under the lookup button, you can see so many template under here. Okay, basically your ITS account team manager has already been generating some template, some frequently used template for all of you. You may just simply select one of the template, okay, of your division in order to generate a certain report with certain field. Okay, for this session, I would like you to select this template. This is the day weight report. Please just double click day weight report. And then what next? The system will show you all the field get selected under the field under here. Okay, this is point number 1. And point number 2, that is what next to the template is something called the currency field. Basically, what is the use of the currency field? Because the system XTS will calculate the exchange rate for all of you. However, the exchange rate, whether or not it's up to date, I'm not so sure, because this is the responsibility of the F&A guy. Okay, they are not promised that the exchange rate will keep up to date daily. What they say that is they will periodically update the exchange rate under the XTS. Okay, so I will suggest you not to trust the exchange rate under the XTS because they are not so sure, not guaranteed. Okay, whether or not this is the most up-to-date exchange rate. Okay, and now after we select USD, then what next here is to customize all the field under this template. Basically, most of the template regarding to sales order we'll keep in mind is the case number, customer name, something like that. If you say, David, I would like to add more field to the existing template, then what should I do? You may go to here, the next field, and then click the lookup button again. And then out here, it will show you more options. Okay, for example, for this moment, I would like to include another field, that is the PO. Okay, I just simply type PO, and then here it will show me the PO number. Alright? After that, double click the PO number, it will show me the field. Of course, if you say, David, I would like to delete this field, then what should I do? You may select this field again, and then click the delete button. Then this field will gone. Another very important thing that is for all of you, that is about the dates. Because for each report, each report should include a date field inside your report, or else the XTS will not allow you to process the report. The reason why, because if you don't have a specific time range, to generate the report, the XTS will just kick you out and no report will be generated for you. So remember to keep in mind, you should select at least one field which is represented for date. For example, you may select shipment day, or even you may also select another date, that is the PR date. You should got at least one field which is composed by dates. Day range, for you to specify a day range to retrieve the data. This is very important. After that, you may say, David, I've already modified so many fields inside this report. I would like to save this template again. Is it possible for me? For me, I will choose this in this way. Under the file, I have an option called template, and here I can save something called save update with field criteria or without field criteria. After I click this option, then the template get update. However, for you cannot access it because why? Because your account is not belongs to ITS level. So whenever if you would like to modify the campaign or create a new campaign, you should contact the ITS accounting manager to help you. Don't do it by yourself. The reason why? Because of this kind of campaign, once you create it, that means all the division members are available to use that campaign. Because we don't want all of you to keep the campaign database in a mess, so that's why this part will be managed by the account team managers. Is it okay? It's okay? 呢就叫做一人得道雞犬升仙。好啦 ，sorry。let's continue. After this part, shipment dates, If you say, okay, David, okay, at this part, I would like to select, okay, from which day to which day. Okay, so I will need to specify a date range. What should I do? For this scenario, I would like you to type in 2012, okay, at the 1st of July and the first of July 2013, something like that. This point number one to specify, okay, the day range. And the second part here, it will show you, okay, whether or not you would like to display this field or not. Okay, basically, all the field we select, we want to show it on our Excel spreadsheet, then you better keep all these check boxes for you. If you say, okay, for the field I select, I just want to specify criteria. I don't want to show those information, okay, on my report. Then what should you do? You may just simply uncheck this. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, however, I would suggest you to show all the data, okay, on your report. Okay, this is part number one. And part number two, that is out here, you can see something called the sort, ascending order, group, and sum. Okay, basically this is some tools, okay, for you to do sorting as a total. I will keep it in next topic. Okay, but one more thing I would like to remind you, that is, okay, maybe you go back, if you go back to your desktop machine, you may find something very special. That is, after I click the report tools, it will show you so many options in this right area. Okay, why? Because in XTS report, okay, here can you see an option called switch to advanced. Please click this. If you click switch to advanced, it will give you more function. If you click the switch to basic, it will hide all these advanced features. Okay, basically, what advanced features the XTS will provide? Okay, let me tell you. The first advanced functions and features is something called the ranking criteria. To rank the data, for example, who is belongs to number one, number two, number three, it will grant the number to them. Okay, for example, if you have a 1,000 case, okay, inside your database, okay, if you click the something called the ranking criteria, it will grant, okay, the largest volume of a case, volume of cells. Okay, the case will be marked to be 1. The second, the first one up will mark 2, and the second one up will mark 3, so on and so forth. Okay, this is what we so-called the ranking criteria. However, if you say, oh, David, another new features, we still have another thing. That is what we so-called the pivot table. But I can tell you one thing, that is, okay, the pivot table in XTS is so stupid. So that's why I will not mention it, okay, in XTS. I will mention it in the in the Excel 2007 and share these features to all of you, okay, in the second part of this lesson. Okay, so finally, my conclusion is, please ignore those advanced features in XTS first. Okay. So at this moment, okay, now, okay, another field I would like to mention is about the sorting. What does it mean by sorting? Most of the time, okay, for me, if I would like to do sorting, what I should do? Out here, can you see sort? You will have so many number out here. Okay, what does it mean? 1, 2, 3, something like that. One, that means, okay, we will sort it at the very beginning. Okay, for example, if, okay, we select in this way, what does it mean? That means, okay, we will sort those data in order with the case number. Okay, whether or not it is in ascending order or descending order. A to Z, that means ascending order, and Z to A, that means descending order. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, if you say that, okay, if we got two case number are the same, then what should we sort? Okay, how can we rank? Okay, which record is come first and which comes second? Then what should I do? For example, if we got the two record with the same case number, then how to sort that? Very simple. Maybe for this scenario, I will put depends on the name of the supplier. Okay, then I will put 2, okay, under the field of sort, and then I will say, okay, I would like to sort in ascending order, A to Z again. Again, if you would like to, okay, if both of them with the same customer supplier name, then what should we do? Then you may sort in another manner. For example, we will sort regarding to the what? Regarding to the date. Okay, 3, and then in ascending order, something like that. Is it clear? Is it clear? This is what we call sorting. Okay, up to this moment, if you say, David, I would like to generate a report to have a look whether or not this is suitable for me, then what should we do? Okay, out here we have a 4 button altogether. The last one is the cancel. Okay, I will not mention. I think all of you know what is cancel. Okay, and out here, the first option is the now online in Excel. What does it mean? It will directly generate the report real time to generate it in Excel format and show on top of the screen. However, I need to remind you, if you really do it on the live machine, okay, live system, okay, you may need to wait for a long time, okay, because maybe you retrieve maybe more than 5,000 record, okay, need to retrieve from the XPS, then it will take you time. And also another defect, okay, for this operation is like that. It will hang your machine when generating report. That means at this moment, okay, you can just wait for the report generation. You can do nothing besides generating report. This is not so good for you. So that's why I would suggest you to do another thing. That is this one. Later email in Excel. Please click this button. Later email in Excel. Later email in Excel, what does it mean? That means, okay, I would like to queue up, okay, in the system. Okay, for example, for this scenario, it will show you the dates. Okay, 30th of July of 2013, and this is the time. Okay, if you say, I would like to queue up, you may just click the button now to retrieve the date at the time at this moment. And then click the OK button. What does it mean? That means at this moment, you would like to queue up to ask the server to generate a report for you. And then after that, it will give you a report job number. For example, my report job number is 27,859, something like that. And then it will queue up inside the XTS system. When the system have waiting time and it generates the report for me, okay, it will keep it into a Excel file, and then it will send the report, okay, to me via the email, okay, to my email account. Is it clear? However, if you say, David, okay, I have accidentally, okay, click for 10 times. Okay, however, I would like to want to retrieve only one report, then what should I do? Can I queue those queue job, okay, inside the XTS? The answer is yes. Okay, how to do it? Can you see out here, we have the third option on top of the menu. That is the report queue, right? Please click the report queue. Hey, come on. Hey. My machine is hanged. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, it's okay for you? Okay, after you click the report queue, it will show you an option called the report queue. And out here, it will show you, okay, your job is pending, okay, still waiting for the system to generate a report for you. If you say, David, I don't want to queue this job, I don't want to ask the machine to generate a report for me, then what should I do? Simple, just simply click this button, cancel job, and then the machine will ask you, okay, do you want to cancel the job? I just click OK. But you can see, oh, how come, David, the job's still pending? What's wrong? Because you forgot to click this button, refresh. After you click the refresh button, then you will see, oh, the job is gone. Is it clear? Okay, after you queue the report queue, okay, you would like to fall back, okay, to the report interface. What should you do? A shortcut key, remember, F4. After you click F4, you may jump back to the report user interface. F4 button, yeah. After that, if you say, well, David, okay, but I would like to generate a report and I want to have a look at this moment, then what should we do? Okay, another option is good to you, that is now online in XTS. However, in my opinion, this kind of report is useless. Do you know why? Because it will show the report on top of the XTS interface. That means you can do nothing on the XTS report. Okay, you can just view all the data. Okay, however, it can do it instantly for you. But for this moment, okay, I will suggest you to click this button, now online in Excel. because I would like to generate an Excel file, okay, and put on top of the desktop, and then we will use this Excel report, okay, in the second half of this lesson, okay, to massage to teach you how to massage those data. So after you click the now online in Excel, it will take you some time to generating report. You can, huh? It's okay? Okay. How come my machine is so slow? Okay, for you, okay. Wow, how come your machine so fast compared with mine? It's good, it's good. Okay, after you click the generating, the report, okay, you show you the report, okay, and then if you click the open button, okay, wow, auto generate. Wow. Okay, you can't generate the report. I will suggest you one thing, that is to click the escape button. Oh, how come? My machine got hanged. Okay. If your machine got hanged, okay, like me, okay, what should you do? Okay. I can tell you a shortest, the quickest way to create, okay, the XTS that is like this. Okay. Okay, I just turn to this page. Okay, you may find a web page, okay, Li and phone, something like that, right? Okay, basically the XTS operating system is based on this page. If you would like to switch off the XTS, just simply click this button, and then it will jump out from the XTS. Okay. Okay. Again, if you would like to launch it back, okay, to the system, very simple. You may just simply double click the XTS UAT again, and then enter your password. After you quit XTS, okay, remember the password is TLN1306, okay, for the UAT machine. Is okay? Basically, I need to generate the report again, okay, for me. Sales report, day rate report, and for 1st of July 2000 and yeah. And this one is free. Okay. Now online in Excel. It's okay lah. No, not okay. Okay, try again. TLN 1306. Finally, I got the report. Finally, you got the report. Okay, after that, okay, after you generate the report, most of the time you will click what? Click the open button, and then it will the system will open, okay, the Excel file under the Excel 2007, right? Sales report. Okay, first thing I would like to mention is about this report is, okay, first of all, can you see on top of the title bar? On top of the title bar, okay, what you can see here is something called the read only, and which the Excel will open in something called the compatibility mode. Can see compatibility mode, right? The reason why, because all the Excel file generated from the XPS is in 2003 format. What does it mean? It means, okay, not all the function under 2007 can be is applicable on this file. So what should we do at the very beginning? That is, we need to change the file format from 2003 to 2007. Okay, what should we do? Simple. You may just simply click this Office button. Okay, click the Office button, and then what next here is something called the Save As, right? Save As, and then select this option, Excel Workbook. After you select Excel Workbook, okay, the system will ask you for, okay, which location you would like to save this file. Okay, please select desktop, okay, because I would like you to keep this file on top of your desktop. And then what next? That is to change the name of the file. For example, I would like to change this, okay, sales report at 30/07/2013 on top of desktop, and then save the file in something called the sales report at 30/07/2013 係 save at desktop 冇錯 change the name to sales report at 30/07/2013 okay. Remember one thing, that is, do you know why I would like to keep no space in between the file name? Do you know why? Because most of the time, okay, in Me and Phone, we will put those file, okay, on top of our document library, right? If we would like to share those files on top of the document library, most of the time we will just simply share the name to our colleague. However, if you keep those file name with some space in between, then it will show you some monster in between inside those space area. For example, %23, %21, something like that, in between the file name. If you don't want to see those monster or jargon, okay, inside the link you provided to your colleague, then what should you do? You should better keep the file name without any space. Is it clear? Okay, this is some trick, okay, I would like to tell you. And the second thing that is very important, that is, please do remember to select the Save As type to be what? XLSX format. XLSX format. Okay? This is very important. XLSX format. What does it mean? Here. For Save As type, okay, we have something called the Excel workbook, right? Please do remember to select this option, XLSX format. Okay, what does it mean? Basically, for those 2003 version, okay, the extension of Excel file is XLS. However, for the latest version, okay, we'll keep the format to be XLSX. In the old time, for XLSX, my XLS file, okay, the total rows, okay, it will become 65,535 rows only. However, for XLSX, okay, the total number of rows can up to what? Okay, 2 GB file size. What does it mean? That means if you keep the row and keep it in XLSX format, okay, the total number of rows, okay, may up to as many as possible. Okay, the restraint is that if the file size is can up to what 2 GB, as many as possible. Okay, it will not keep the total number of rows. But if you still, okay, the file size is still less than 2 GB, it is also available. Okay. Okay, another thing I need to tell you, that is for XLSX file, okay, we cannot keep what? No macro. For XLSX file, you cannot keep any macro inside the XLSX format. However, if you say, David, I need to keep those macro format because the ITS, okay, have already designed so many macro for our division, so simplify the report process, then what should we do? Then you need to keep the file in what? To save it in what? In XLSM format. What does it mean? With macro. Okay, macro that means, okay, if you find that, okay, the function of Excel is not so is not acceptable. No, what should I do? It's not so good, okay, for your process. You would like to design some new function in Excel. For example, some reporting process you would like to design. Then you need to learn another programming language called VBA. Visual Basic for application. Most of the time, you can ask the ITS account team to design those VBA program for all of you. And if you save it in Excel and you would like to use it in Excel, then what we call this kind of program is called macro. Is it okay? Macro. Macro is some program, some programlet, some small program, okay, that can be used inside Excel, okay, to enhance the function of your Excel. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, if you got some complicated operation in Excel, you would like to simplify the process, you may ask the ITS account team to design some macro for you. Then you may just simply click one button, okay, then the Excel report will be generated for you. That's simple. Is it okay? Macro in Chinese, 句集. Have you heard about it? Macro in Chinese is, have you heard about it? Okay, which is most popularly is designed by a language called VBA. VBA stands for what? Visual Basic for Application. Yeah, Visual Basic for Application. If you would like to design some new macro for your own machine in Excel, then you need to know another language called Visual Basic for Application. Is it okay? Have you heard about it? Yeah. Okay, for this time, because we don't have any macro, okay, generated from the XTS, then what should we do? Okay, we just simply keep the Excel file format into what? XLSX. After that, click Save. But at this moment, you may say, oh David, although the file name has already been changed, but it is still in what? Incompatibility mode. Then what should we do? Okay, let me tell you one thing. That is, go back to the Office button. Okay, basically, in under the Office button, you may see the option called Recent Document. Can you see on top of the Recent Document? Can you see this one? Sales Report at 30/07/2013, something like that, right? If you would like to, okay, remind yourself, okay, you are still using, okay, this file, what should you do? Most of the time, I will print this file, okay, on the Recent Document list. Yeah, can you see the print button here? Good. After that, what should you do? Please close this Excel. Close the Excel application. At this moment, open the Excel application again. Okay, just click the Start button, go to the program file, go to the Office 2007, something like that. After you open the Excel again, just simply go to the Office button. Can you see the first option of the business document? Okay. First of all, okay, because we have already pinned this file first. Because I don't want to remark, okay, where this file located. Okay? Close it. And then go to Start, Programs. The fourth option, go to the Excel 2007. At this moment, you may just simply go to the Office. Yeah, can see how the sales report here. Yeah, 2007, and then select the absorption itself, and go back to the, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, the beauty of using the P is that no longer for you. There's no longer for you to remember. Okay, which location this file is. You may just simply what select from the recent document. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, so after you close the file and then open this file again, then you can see no more compatibility mode. No more compatibility mode. Basically, what's the use of the compatibility mode? Compatibility mode, that means the file you are using is in 2003 format. Most of the 2007 function cannot be applied to the existing file. This is what compatibility mode means. If you would like to remove the compatibility mode, very simple. First of all, to save your existing file from 2003 format to 2007. After that, close the Excel and then open it again and open the file again. Then what you can see here is the complete set of 2007. All the 2007 functions are available in this spreadsheet. Is it okay? Okay, now, it's okay? Okay, we just simply keep this file here and then we press the alternate tab back to our XTS. Okay, back to our XTS. Now, in the XTS, we still have some function I would like to share with you. Okay, I still have some features would like to share with you. Okay, first of all, okay, we can then successfully generate the report, okay, by sorting, right? However, at this moment, I say, okay, I don't want to use sorting. I would like to remove all the sorting criteria. Okay, very simple. Just select, okay, the sort level to none. Okay, here, all the sorting criteria will be disabled. But what we can see here to next step is something called the group and sum. Can you see these two options, group and sum, right? Okay, what should we do? Okay, first of all, okay, sometimes, okay, our boss may ask us for some inquiry. It's about he or she would like to know, okay, which customer contribute the most, okay, to our division. Okay, our boss may ask, okay, which customer contribute the most, okay, to our division. Then what should we do? Very simple. First of all, we need to group all the data of the customer together, to group all the data together, and then sum up a subtotal, and then show the sum of FOB to our for each customer to our boss. Is it clear? Okay, so what should we do? First of all, okay, for example, I would like to group all the customer. Then what should I do? First of all, select group, okay, for our customer. This is point number one. And then the second, that is what? To tell the system, what should we do? Okay, can you see these features? Sum, okay? Because I would like to sum up the what? The FOB amount for each customer. So we may simply click this button to sum the FOB amount. To group by what? Group by customer name. Is it clear? After we select in this manner, what will we get? Okay, just click this button. Now online in Excel. Click again. See what happens. No, still waiting. It may take some more time because it will take some time to do the group process. Okay, after it generate the Excel report, just click open, see what happened. See what happened. It will generate a report for us, okay, and group by customer name. See what happened. Okay, to the left hand side, what you can see is some filter options. 1, 2, 3. Can you see those filter options on the left hand side? Basically, we don't call it as filter option, we will call it as subtotal options. Okay, if you click 1, it will show you the grand total, okay, for the sum of FOB of all the customers. If you click 2, it will show you the what? It will show you the name, okay, of the total for each customer, but you find something wrong here because you find that, oh, how come Y2K show all the time? Can you see this? Okay, how come so many Y2K here? Okay, we got some problem with this report. Do you know why? Can you see some problem? Okay, because the same name. Okay, for example, American Eagle. Okay, show all the time. Okay, customer. Okay, American Eagle 1, 2, 3, 4. It will show me the total for 4 times. How come? Okay, let me tell you why. Please close this file first. Just click this button and then no need to save. Click no. And then we go back to the XTS, see what happened. And then go back to the XTS, see what happened. Okay, the first thing that is, okay, we just select group here. And then click the sum to sum the FOB, right? However, one more thing I need to remind you, that is, before you use the group function, because all the data are not sorted in order. So if we say group, it will group the regional area, okay, with the same name together. Okay, for example, if American Eagle, okay, from the top we got a five in one set, and at the bottom we got 5 as a one set, and then at the top of the subtotal list, and at the bottom of the subtotal list, the American Eagle will show 2 times, okay, in our report. This is not a correct way to do it. So at the very beginning, we need to do one more thing in addition. That is to say what? To ask the machine to sort the name of the customer name, okay, in ascending order first, and then ask them to do the group function, to do the group activities. So remember, whenever you would like to do something regarding to group, you need to first of all to sort the corresponding field, okay, in order first, in order to perform the group activities. Or else, okay, all the data will be in a mess. Is it okay? So remember, you need to first of all to select group, to select sort first, and then ascending order, and then take the group function, and then ask the system to do the subtotal for the FOB like this. Okay, after select this option, and then take the now online in Excel button, see what happened. OK 你哋嗰啲係咪爭好遠啊？係咪掂啊？Yeah. Click open again, and then you got a better subtotal report spreadsheet. Okay, first grand total. I click 2. You can see, after sort in order, then it will group all the customer name will be grouped in a proper way. Is it clear? So remember, whenever you perform the group function, please sort it before the group function, or else all the data will be in a mess. Is it okay? Okay, this is one of the report. Okay, I would like to one of the features I would like to introduce to you. However, if you say, okay, I close this file. If you say, okay, my boss would like me to do in this way, that is, first of all, to group the first level is the customer name. However, we will still want to have a second level. For example, okay, I would like to know also the what for each supplier. Okay, corresponding to each customer, how many business it will do for each customer will do with the have been done, okay, with each customer. So what should we do? We can do it in this manner. First level is we still group them together with the customer name, and for the second level, we'll group all the similar supplier name together to form another subtotal for each FOB amount. So first of all, we need to sort customer in the first level, and the second level is supplier name, and then both of these fields should be grouped together, and then after that, calculate this field with the FOB amount. Is okay? After this selection, and then select the now online in Excel, see what happened. After you generate this report, you can see, okay, we've got not only three filter. We altogether we got how many filters together? 4 filters. Let's have a look. Open, hit open. Basically, we altogether we got 4 subtotal button altogether. First level, grand total, and the second column for what? Customer level. Okay, and the third one it will show you the total for each supplier, and 4 is what? All the detailed information of your report. Okay, this is what we so call the subtotal. However, is it good for us to perform it in Excel as well? Okay, be honest. Okay, the reason why I introduced this feature to all of you in XPS, that is because in XPS the process is much more simple. Okay, it's much more simple. If you do this process, I mean the subtotal process in Excel, it will much more complicated. It will become much more complicated. So that's why I will introduce this feature to all of you in XPS. Okay, maybe at this moment, should we have a break for 10 minutes? Is that okay? Okay, after you come back, I will put my focus on how to massage those data in Excel, okay, in order to generate report. Especially, I will mention, okay, the operation on how to create a pivot table and pivot chart. Okay, see you after 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, basically, okay, we fall back to the XTS, fall back to the Excel 2007 first, okay. Basically, okay, after you retrieve those data, okay, from XTS, okay, most of the time, I would suggest you in this manner. If you would like to simply get those raw data, okay, from XTS, I would suggest you to do in this manner. That is, to keep nothing, okay, from group and sum, and select nothing from sort and ascending order. Okay, you may just simply retrieve those data, okay, regarding to the field options and regarding to the shipment dates, okay, period, something like that. You may just simply select a raw data, okay, retrieve some raw data from your XTS report. Okay, another thing that is, okay, I've mentioned before, that is whether or not we should use the advanced features in XPS. Okay, I will suggest you to do nothing on the advanced features. The reason why? Because if we switch on those advanced features, okay, finally it will generate a Excel report in 2003 format. Regarding to the pivot table or the ranking features, all of them are in 2003 feature functions. That means, okay, most of the sophisticated function in 2007 are not capable to use it. So I will suggest you to disable those advanced features in XTS. Okay, if you would like to perform those advanced features like a pivot table, I will suggest you to do it in Excel 2007 instead, because the features of 2007 is much more fruitful and much more convenient for you to generate a report. Okay, so now we'll go back to the Excel 2007. Okay, with this XT report, the sales report we just generate. Okay, first of all, when you see this huge amount of data, okay, from the XTS raw data, okay, what we so-called is raw data, then what should you do? Finally, okay, two function key, like two shortcut key, I would like to introduce to you. The first one is the control home. What does it mean by control home? Okay, it will move your active cell, okay, to the top left data cell, okay, of your table. Okay, control home. If you press the shortcut key, control N, okay, it will jump to the bottom right corner of your table. Control, control home and control N, ENDN. Home, control home and control N. Okay, it will jump to the top left corner of your data table. Control Home, Control N to the bottom right corner, okay, of your table. Is it clear? Okay, this is first point number one. However, if you press Control N, you will find that okay, altogether we got the 344 feet, okay, records only, okay, on this table. However, in life, okay, maybe you may generate more than thousands of the records out here. Then how to manipulate this huge amount of data? This is a question. Then what should we do? Okay, we just select one of the active cell, okay, here inside this data range. And then first of all, in 2007, I will suggest you to turn it, okay, from a range, okay, into a table. Okay, what is the differences between range and table? Okay, let me show you. For range, that means whenever you highlight an area in Excel, okay, we will call it as a range. For example, this range we will call it as C8 to H22, something like that, right? This is what we so-called the range. However, if you specify, okay, to tell your colleague, okay, please, okay, calculate the total number, total sum, okay, of the range C8 to H22. Okay, this is meaningless to a human body, a human being. Am I right? It's meaningless to a human being. Why? Because for a human being, okay, he or she need to convert the meaning into a meaningful wording in human language. For example, maybe highlight this area. What does it mean? That means the revenue or maybe the performance or the sales performance of your division, something like that. Okay, what should we do? So in 2007, we have another function. That is what we so-called the table, the idea of table. What does it mean? Okay, first of all, move the active cell in one of the cells inside this area, and then select the option Insert, and then out here you may find a button called what? Table. Can you see table? Okay, just simply click the table button. Then the system will ask you, okay, where is the data for your table? Okay, A1 to M3 feet, something like that. Okay, the system will ask you whether or not you will select this range or not, okay, to turn it into a table. And the system will ask you whether or not, okay, the header will be enabled. Okay, whether or not this area have header, something like that. Okay, we got header. Okay, we would like to turn it into a table. Just simply click OK. See what happened. First, okay, after we turn this range, okay, into a table, okay, it will give me some very colorful color scheme, okay, for your table. This is point number one. And the point number two, that is, okay, one more tools, okay, will be enabled, okay, for this spreadsheet. That is what we so-called the table tools. Well, under the table tools, you can see an option called the design. Okay, can you see on the left-hand side of the design tools? The system will automatically grant this table to be table 1. Okay, it will grant this table with a name. However, if you say, David, I don't want to name this table to be table 1. Okay, what should we do? Okay, for me, okay, I will name it as a much more meaningful name. For example, TBL sales, something like that. And then press enter. TBL sales. TBL sales. Okay? Okay, the reason why I would like to name it in this manner. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, this is a good practice, okay, to name the tables or name any variable inside the inside Excel. Okay. First of all, okay, for the table name in Excel, okay, you may type whatever you want to name the table, okay, even though the name, okay, in between the name, you got some space and area. Okay. However, the reason why I would like to ignore those space, okay, the same reason, because I want to keep the name of the name short. This is point number one. And then point number two, that is, okay, it is much more convenient for us to clone this name, okay, in Excel if we type some Excel function to call it. Okay, if we got space in between, then the Excel, if you call this area, okay, it will keep a open close code and close code to clone the name. Okay, it will make the name so complicated. We don't want to see such manner. So we will simply name the table, okay, without any space in between. This is point number one. And the point number two, that is, okay, if whenever you want to name any variable, okay, in Excel, please do remember, okay, a best practice that is to put the type of the variable, okay, in the first three character in a short form. For example, because this is a table, so I will put the short form TBL to represent table. Okay, at the top three variables. The reason why, okay, I will show you in the later session. Okay, this is a good practice. Okay, for this kind of notation, okay, in computer science we got a name called Hungarian notation. Okay, Hungarian notation. This is the best practice. Okay, for programmer to name variable. Okay, Hungarian notation. Anyway, now, after we name the table, then what's next, okay, to us? First of all, what you can see here is, okay, we've got the filters, okay, for each label, with each column name. For example, if you say, David, I would like to filter, okay, I would like to filter to see only those sales record regarding to the American Eagle, then what should we do? Okay, out here for the customer, we've got the filter, right? Out here, it will select, okay, all of them. However, if you click this select all to untick this option, see what happened. Okay, if I say, okay, I would like to see all the information about the American Eagle. Okay, I can simply click this button, American Eagle, and then click OK button. See what happened. Oh, all of them show only American Eagles. Is it here? This is point number one. If you say, David, I don't want to show American Eagle, okay, then what should you do? Just give me click this button, clear filter from customer. Okay? If you say, David, okay, if I would like to filter those ship date, okay, from which period? Okay, from the 1st of January to the 1st of February, okay, of 2013, or something like that. Then what should we do? Very simple. Go to ship date and click this button, and then out here, okay, you may select, okay, not select all. We may just explain, okay, 2013, okay, select January and February, something like that. You may select in this manner. However, if you say, David, this is so complicated for me, I would like to specify a day range directly. I don't want to select anymore. What should we do? You may go to the day filters, and then out here, you may find something called what? Okay, days filter have so much specific criteria you can select. But I will prefer this one. Between what? Okay, ship date is after or equal to, is before or equal to. For example, after or equal to, I may just simply click this button, dates. Okay, as I can remember. Okay, I would like to select the 1st of January till what? Till here. Till the 1st of February. Is it okay? Is it okay? Yeah, it's after or equal to the 1st of January 2013, and then n is before or equal to what? The 1st of February of 2013, right? After that, hit OK button. See what happened. Oh, it will grant me, okay, it will show me all the cases between the 1st of January to the 1st of February of 2012, 13. Yeah. Is it here? Of course, the same manner. Okay, if you say, okay, I would like to disable this filter, very simple, clear filter, right? Okay, this is what we so-called the filter. Very simple. Of course, another very popular features here is what? To sort it in what? In ascending order or descending order regarding to the ship day or the PR day, something like that. For example, I would like to sort it, okay, regarding to the PR dates in ascending order. Then what should I do? Simple. Out here for the K column, we got the PR date, right? We just click this button, sort orders in newest. Sort the newest to oldest. Okay, we can perform the sorting, right? Oldest to newest, newest to oldest. Okay? Is it clear? No PL day or PL date? It's okay? Sorting is very simple. Okay. However, if you say David, okay, for example, here, okay, so supplier, I would like to select only the American Eagle or something like that. Let me demonstrate something for you. American Eagle. Where's American Eagle? American Eagle. How come no American Eagle here? Yes, supplier. Sorry. Here, customer name. Okay, if I say I select only American Eagle, and also here I will select the Philippines, something like that. Okay, after I enable two filters, okay, I find that, okay, I would like to reset the filters. Now what should I do? Okay, for the in the old practice, okay, what we do is to disable each filter one by one, right? However, can we disable all the filter in one knot? Okay, the answer is yes. How to do it? Just simply move the active cell inside this table and then select this option, data. Can you see here on top of the menu bar, you can see something called the data, right? Oh, here inside the data, okay, you can see an option called the sort and filter, right? Okay, don't just click this button to disable the filter. What I'm going to do is not to disable this filter. What I want to do is to clear the criteria. So instead of the disable the filter, we better select this option, clear criteria. Got it? All the criteria will be cleared in one knot. This is one of the best practice, okay, in order to clear all the filter of the table. Okay, please do remember. Okay, don't go to disable the filter, but to what? To select the clear features, to clear all the criteria. Okay, this is point number one. Number two. Okay. Okay, now I think most of you will know how to make use of the filter to filtering things, filtering dates, or maybe how to sort it in order with the date or with the name, something like that. However, in some time, okay, now here, have a look on the case number. Do you remember, okay, what we teach you, okay, what's the meaning of the case number? Basically, for the first two digits, what does it mean? It means the PR year, okay, of the case. What does it mean the PR years? For example, this case is created on the what? On the 2013 years, okay? So we've got 1 3 at the very beginning. And the first character, what does it mean? Okay, the sourcing office is Hong Kong because it is in H, right? And then what coming on for the fourth character is what? Is the customer code. And then what coming on is the two and another two character, which is representing the what? The analysis code. Do you remember? Analysis code. Okay. In the old time, okay, we'll tell you that is what's the use of the analysis code. Basically, for the analysis code is decided by our division head. And the division head would like to cut the cases into different divisions, okay, in different portions, in order to convenient and to make it more convenient to do analysis regarding to the analysis code, okay, inside the case number. Is it clear? Do you remember the meaning of analysis code? And now I would like to tell you how to retrieve the analysis code from the case number. In order to make use of this analysis code to analyze in the report. Okay, first of all, I would like to retrieve this analysis code. I retrieve the analysis code from the case number. What should we do? First of all, okay, we need to do one thing. That is to add one more column in the inside the report. How to do it? Very simple. Just simply highlight the B column and then right click. And then out here, you may select the option insert. After you click insert, okay, one more column provided for you. Okay, this is column 1. Maybe here, analysis, ANALYSS, analysis code. Analysis code. Okay, after I select the add one more column, analysis code, and then out here, what should I do? Okay, I would like to retrieve the analysis code, okay, from the case number. Okay, let me zoom in it. Okay, let you have a look. Okay, first of all, I would like to retrieve these two characters. And what should I do? Okay, now have some. Okay, have some Some more idea for you. If I type this inside, okay, maybe I just type a test here. Do some revision. Okay, do remember whenever you go to have an Excel class, the first lesson, okay, to teach you how to make use of each functions. Okay, the first set of function of Excel you will be learned is something like that: left, right. Do remember this? And mid, and also another task function called length, something like that. Do you remember? Okay, you have learned these functions. No. Let me show you what is the meaning of these functions. Okay. For the left, what does it mean? For example, if I type left here, first of all, okay, left open bracket, and here is the text, right? What does it mean? If I would like to retrieve the text, this text, okay, from the left hand side onward, if I would like to retrieve, okay, altogether 5 characters, what should I do? Equal to left A1, comma 5. Okay, that means I will retrieve the leftmost 5 character from the string we mentioned in the function. Okay, it will show me David, because David, D-A-V-I-D, altogether 5 characters. Okay, it is the leftmost 5 character of this string. So left, it will retrieve this 5 character for me. For example, for right, what does it mean? Rightmost which characters? For example, I would like to retrieve this string, okay, leftmost 3 character, 3 and close bracket. Okay, and close bracket. So what happened? Guy. Okay, because this is the rightmost 3 character, okay, of this string. So this is guy. And here is the mid. What does it mean by mid? The mid, that means middle. What does it mean? Mid. Okay. First of all, okay, it will show me some prompt message here. Okay, mid and select David is a good guy, something like that. And then after that, it will ask me, okay, where you start, okay, to cut these characters. For example, I would like to cut it from the, okay, for example, I would like to cut good, okay, here. What should I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, from 12 character, and then cut how many characters? Altogether 4 characters. Good. From which character? Cut how many characters? Can you see this? Yeah, sub E, 12. From the 12 character, and then altogether, cut how many characters? Altogether, 4 characters. Is it okay? Okay, so it will cut you, okay, altogether 4 characters. And now, okay, fall back to the source data. Okay, source data. We've got our what? Our case number here. I would like to retrieve these 2 analysis code, right? What should we do? Which function should we apply, okay, to this scenario? Which function should we apply to this scenario? Okay, let's think together. Okay, we would like to cut these 2 characters only. So altogether, okay, we'd like to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 10. The 9th and 10th character I would like to retrieve, okay, from this case number. Then what should I do? Which is in the middle, right? So, which one should we apply? Equal to meet what? This case number. However, once you take A2, what happened? Wow, how come, David, it's not A2? What is it? See here. Because we have already turned it into a what? Into a table. So the system will show me this. Okay, first of all, we have already named the table as what? TBL cells, right? This why I would like to show you that is, okay, it will show you the cells, the table name. This is point number one. And point number two, that is, okay, it will show you the number of row. Okay, which row you are now going to retrieve. That is the what? This row. Okay? And which field you are looking for? Case number. So it will retrieve the case number for you. But this step, okay, you are not necessary to know how to type it, because once you click the cell, okay, it will automatically show to you. Okay? But it is much more meaningful. Okay, instead of it will go give you the A2, A3, A4, something like that. Because after the system give you A2, A3, A4, you don't know what's the meaning of A2, A3, A4 as a human being, right? So now what should we do? Comma. Okay, retrieve which character from the live character onward to cut how many characters together? 2 characters altogether. Close bracket. Am I right? Because we need what? The live and 10th character. So from the live character onward, cut altogether how many characters? 2 characters altogether. So 9, 2 is okay? 2 because altogether analysis code we got 2 together. VP, right? Here. Because this 2 code is for the analysis code. From the live character onward, how many characters altogether we would like to cut? 1, 2, 2 together, right? So that's why we enter 9 and 2. After that, press enter. Oh, David, what happened? How come? It doesn't work on me. Why? Okay. The reason is, okay, first of all, okay, where it come from? Where this set of data come from? Come from what? XPS. Okay, we retrieve it from the XPS. All the data retrieved from the XPS, it will first of all will convert into what? Into text format first. It is text format. So whenever we add one more column, okay, inside this table, okay, this table or this newly added row will become text as well. So even though you type it in is a what? Is a formula, the system will also treat it as a text. So that's why it will show you the formula in text, and no mathematical calculation will be performed in this scenario. So what should we do? Let me show you. Just simply right-click this cell and then go to the format cells. After you go to the format cells, see what happened. The newly added column is in what? It's in text format. So what should we do? We should turn it back to what? General. After that, click OK button. However, it still doesn't work. What does it mean? How to do it? How to solve the problem? Very simple. Just click this area again and press enter. See, the system will automatically retrieve the analysis code for you. Can you see this? No. Oh, okay. Great. Okay, the beauty of using to turn the range into a table is like that. Once you update one of the formula here, the system will automatically update all for you. Is it clear? This is the beauty of using table instead of a data range. This is point number 1. However, the point number 2, that is have a look here. Well, how come, David? How come here we've got something called what? Negative zero as what? As the analysis code? Is it meaningful? It's meaningless. Okay. Why? Why you become negative zero? Something like that here. Okay. If you scroll down, okay, to the list of this table, you will see, okay, so much negative zero here. But this is meaningless. Why? Why we got this kind of analysis code? How come? The problem is in some division, okay, because there are cases that doesn't have any, some cases doesn't have any analysis code on it. So the length of the what of the analysis code will be shortened. So if the system, okay, if we apply this formula to this kind of case number, then what happened? Then the stupid computer will do the same thing. That is what? To cut from the what? From the line character and then cut two character, okay, as our analysis code. And then the system will cut what? Cut the negative sign and also the zero code. Can you see here? So how to prevent this happen? If the case number without any analysis code, what should we return? What we should get is nothing, right? Instead of negative zero. Then what should we do? Then what should we do? If we would like to modify it, what should we do? Okay, let me show you another features. That is, okay. Before that, okay, I would like to show you if a case number, okay, with analysis code altogether, how long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Altogether, 15 characters altogether. If it contains an analysis code, 15 characters altogether, right? So how to make sure the name of the string is 15 characters? See here. We've got something called length. For example, here, length. David is a good guy. Yeah, altogether, the length of this text is 19, right? However, if I say, well, David, that means what? If we can grant some intelligence, okay, to the Excel spreadsheet, whenever the length of the analysis code is less than or is greater than or equal to 15, then we will apply the mechanism of retrieving the analysis code. However, if the length is less than 15, then what should we do? We can simply ignore it. We can left it blank. Is it okay? Is it okay? So if we do in this manner, what should we do? Then what we should do is to add another function to it. That is what we so-called the if function. Have you learned what it? Did you learn if before? If function before? No, no. Let me show you something. For example, here is the age. Oh no, here is the mark. Here is the grade. Something like this. Okay. For example, if a student got 80 marks, what should I do? If, okay, I will check this. If, check the mark. See, check whether the mark is what? Is greater than or equal to 60. If yes, then I will grant the grade pass, or else it's fail. Is here. This is formula I would like to grant to the Excel spreadsheet. What does it mean? The system will first of all to check, okay, whether E1 is greater than or equal to 60. If it is really, okay, greater than or equal to 60, then the system will return a string pass, or else, okay, it will return fail. Is it okay? If I key another number, for example, 40, what happened? Fail. 50, fail. 59, fail. 60, pass. Do you get it? Can you get this? If the criteria is met, okay, it will execute the statement 1. Or else, okay, if the criteria can't met, what will happen? It will execute the statement 2. Is it clear? So, after we add these features, what should we do? Okay, let me think about it. Okay, if the length of the case number is greater than or equal to 15, then we will cut the midstring, okay, as an analysis code. However, if the length is shorter than 15, then what should we do? We'll print nothing to the. Is it okay? So we will add 2 more functions to the existing analysis code function. First is if, and then the length, right? Then what should we do? Okay, let me show you how to do it. We'll scroll up, okay, back to the analysis code field here. After that, what should we do? We need to first of all do what? To add if. If what? If the length of this case number is what? Is greater than or equal to 15, then retrieve the analysis code for us. Or else, do nothing. Okay, I will show you the function. 唔係好深啫，嚟啊！其實係深嘅。I'll copy it, okay, here in a much more clear manner, okay, to show this to all of you. Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. Okay, for the if, okay, what should I do? Okay, first of all, if, okay, please type it in one line, in one complete line. Okay, if what? This is the criteria, right? We will first of all to check whether the length, okay, of the case number of this table, of this row, the length, okay, the curly bracket, okay, to break this to close this area, to check the length, whether the length is greater than or equal to 15, right? If it is really greater than or equal to 15, then what should we do? Comma. Then it will do this operation. This is what I just mentioned to you. Okay? It will cut the what from the live character and cut 2 characters for you as the analysis code. If which is not greater than or equal to 15, what does it mean? That means it's less than 15. Okay, the length is less than 15. Then what should we do? Then the system will print nothing to it. Okay, if you would like to ask the system to print nothing, that is what? To double code nothing in between. That means print nothing. And then after that, close bracket. This is the meaning of this Excel formula. Is it okay? Is it okay? Not so okay, right? I agree. As a merchandiser, this is a little bit complicated to all of you. However, to generate report in XPS, this function is a must. I feel so sorry to it. 冇辦法啊，個 case number 咧夾啲咁嘢落去咧，最簡單都要夾啲咁嘢落去㗎啦。It's okay? It's okay? Agree. You need to take some time to digest this formula. But as mentioned before, I will put the video clip of this whole session, okay, to the YouTube. Okay, you may do revision by visiting my YouTube website. Okay. Okay. Is it okay? No. You need to first of all to digest the meaning of this formula first, instead of just type and type and type onto your machine. Okay. One thing you need to remember, that is don't just type, okay? Because for the table cells, this row case number, and the table cells for this column, and like this row and case number, this statement, you may just simply pick this field, okay, to retrieve the name of the table of the row, okay? No need to type the whole statement. Okay, you may just simply pick this field, and the system will automatically grant this name to you. Okay? It's okay? Now, it's okay. 冇辦法啊，佢真係好整唔整真 analysis 都要咁樣做嘅，一定要。Okay? Great. Okay, you have already completed a very hard task. Okay? Great, great. Okay. Now another stuff, okay, we need to compete. That is, okay, we have already, okay, granted analysis code, and then we do so many analysis, right? Now, what next, that is, okay, if your boss would like to view the FOB, okay, for each category, okay, for each category, okay, or maybe to view the FOB for all the raw data, okay, how can you, okay, to show it in a more visible way to let your boss, okay, more easier to identify which case or which record contribute more, okay, to the division? Okay, then what should you do? Okay, is there any visual way to show our boss, okay, more easier, okay, to show which case has the highest FOB, which case has the lowest FOB? Okay, in in Excel 2007, okay, we have a new features called the conditional formatting. Okay, how to make use of the conditional formatting, okay, in Excel? Okay, first of all, go to the FOB amount column, okay, and then select the first one, okay, J2, this one. After that, we may make use of the mouse, okay, select this button and then scroll down till the end of the table, and then at this moment, press the shift button and then click J343, this cell. I do it again. In the old time, if you would like to highlight this area from J2 to J343, you will do in this manner, right? Scroll, and then you will, okay, lost control finally, right? However, one of the first practice is like this. Okay, first of all, select this one, J2, and then just scroll it down, scroll, use the scroll button, okay, on your mouse, till the end of the table, and then press the shift button, and then click the last cell of this row, by this column, got it. Shift that means highlight, right? Okay, after that, okay, what I'm going to tell you, that is, okay, go to the after select this area, go to the home section, the home tab. In the home tab, can you see an area called the styles? In the styles, can you see conditional formatting? Please do select the conditional formatting. Out here, you may select something called the data bar. Home, and then conditional formatting. And then out here, you can select data bar, different color. Okay, for example, I may select, okay, this one. Magenta. See here. Then your boss can easily See which case has higher revenue, which one has lower revenue. You may show to your boss easily via these conditional formatting features. Is it clear? This is point number one. Okay, for point number two is like that, like this. That is, okay, if your boss say, David, I would like you to categorize, okay, those record, okay, regarding to the FOB amount. Okay, for example, the topmost 33.333%, we will classify those record as a VIP record. Okay, the 33.333% in between is what we so-called the normal record. And the cheapmost, the lowest, okay, the lowest most 33.333%, we'll classify it as a cheap record. Then what should we do? Okay, in this report. Okay, for the conditional formatting, we got something called the icon set, which can help us to solve this question. Okay, first of all, okay, the same manner. Okay, we just set first of all to select from J2 down to what? J343. Okay, just simply highlight this area again. Okay, good. And then go to the home section again, and then select the conditional formatting option again. And then out here, please have a look. Icon sets. Icon sets. Can you see something called icon sets? Okay, what's the use of the icon sets? Basically, for icon sets, you can see so many icon sets here. So many icon sets here. Some with 3 icons, some with 4 icons, some with, even though we have a 5 icon altogether. What does it mean? If you would like to, okay, categorize, okay, your data into 3 different groups, okay, you may select icon set with 3 icons. If you would like to classify, okay, categorize, okay, your data in 5 different categories, you may select those icon set with 5 icons altogether. Okay, from the left onward to right onward, this from the leftmost icon, it represents the topmost 33.333%. And the rightmost, okay, icon, it represents the lowest, okay, 33.333%. Okay, if it is composite with the what? 5 icons altogether, topmost 20%. Here, it will show you the what? The bottommost, okay, 20%. Is it clear? How is it clear? Okay, let me show you. If I were you, okay, I will select this one instead, because some of our boss who may got the color bright, okay, he or she may not, okay, differentiate from different color. So in order to make sure your boss can differentiate, okay, with those icons, remember with the shape, with the color all together. Okay, I would like you to select this one. The same. Yes, the function is the same, but the icons are not the same. Okay, please do remember. Okay, must let your colleague, okay, can differentiate with either the color or the shape. Okay. 全部一樣 the same. No. The problem is most of, okay, according to the definition of 33%, what does it mean? Most of the case are in cheap category. Okay, belongs to the cheap category. This is the problem. Okay, let me show you. Okay, have a look here. Most of the cases here belongs to the cheap category. Okay, so that's why really most of them are red in color. Okay, however, one thing I need to tell you, that is, okay, in doing the categorize, okay, for categorize some categorize, let me think about it. Okay, to categorize your case, okay, regarding to the FOB amount, okay, you have 2 methods. One is depends on the percentage, and another method is depends on the percentile. Do you know what is percentile and percentage? No. Let me show you first. Okay. First of all, okay, again, highlight this area. Okay, select the conditional formatting again. And then out here, can you see an option at the bottom of the list? That is Manage Rules. Manage Rules. Go to the Manage Rules. Okay, you can see here, we have already applied two rules, okay, to the data area. The first rule is the data bar. Okay, if you would like to add this rule, okay, it will show you to select different color, okay, for the data bar. However, if you select the icon set, please do select the icon set and then select the option Edit Rules. Out here, you may see icon set here, and then for the green in color, yellow in color, and red in color, you may define, okay, the data range for each different icons. For example, for the green in color, what does it mean? That means what? Greater than or equal to 67%. And this one is what? When the value is less than 67 and greater than 33%. And this one is what? Is less than 33%. Is it clear? However, here, the option is percent. However, as you can see here, we still have another similar option called percentile. What is the big differences between percent and percentile? Do you have any idea? Basically, if I would like to represent what is percentile and what is percent, okay, for Hong Kong people, I will use a metaphor like this. For percent, we will define and we will say it is okay. If in the old time, if you would like to go to the university in Hong Kong, okay, you need to attend the examination called Hong Kong A-level examination, right? At that time, if the examination authority to calculate the grade for you, then they will use the percentile method to calculate your grade. But now, okay, in Hong Kong, okay, for young people, they will attend another examination called DSE. Okay, for DSE, to calculate the grade, they will use the percent calculation method. What's the differences between percent and percentile? Okay, for example, now for the DSE examination, okay, if you would like to get an A, grade A, then you need to have a mark more than 90%. Okay, what does it mean? If you got 90 mark or above, then you will get A. If you got 80 mark or above, then you will get B. If you not got 70 mark or above, you will get C. This is the mechanism of DSE, and what we so-called this is the methodology of what percentage calculation. However, in the old time, when I'm an old man, okay, when I attended Hong Kong CE, Hong Kong Certificate Examination at the time, okay, how to clarify how to calculate the grade? We will use the percentile. In Chinese, we will call this method as what? Lie curve. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, let me give you some concept. In the old time, okay, I still remember the 1982 at that year, okay, for pure mathematics A-level examination for paper 1, you know how much mark you get from that paper? You will get grade A. Let's guess. 1982 A-level examination, okay, pure mathematics. How many marks you get in order to get grade A? Let's guess. How many marks? Any idea? Hey, come on. Hey, any idea? No. No idea. Let me tell you, 24. If you got 24 marks in the pure mathematics examination in 1982, you will get grade A. You know why? Because in the old time, we will say, okay, A-level examination is the most difficult examination, one of the most difficult examination in the world. You know why? Because at that time, we got only 2 universities. If you would like to go into the university, okay, we'll try to what? Give you a higher threshold in order to let you to go into the university. I can tell you one thing, that is, in the Chinese university, I'm studying mathematics. What I learned from A-level examination, do you know when I can find it in the university again? When I study in year 2. At that time, I studied year 2 mathematics. I belong to the mathematics department. I found that all the stuff I learned from the matriculation, it will appear again in my year 2, year 2 university life. See? Okay, so at that time, 24 months, how come 24 months will become what? Become grade A? Because we will classify by what? Population. Population. What does it mean? Because if you got 24 marks in 1982, at that time you has already belongs to the what? The topmost 10% people got the highest mark. Okay? It will depend on not on the value, but on the what? On the population. If you would like to classify, categorize your record, your case record, okay, regarding to the population, then you should select percentile instead of percent. Okay, so let's try. Okay, if we choose percentile, see what happened to the record. Here, select percentile, and here, select percentile again. After we select percentile and click OK button, see what happened. And OK again. See? Wow, David, we've got what? Quite even. We've got some are green in color, some are yellow in color, and some are red in color, right? And then at that time, okay, you have already successfully, okay, classified, categorized your record in different percentile, okay, regarding to the icon set features. However, your boss may ask, okay, David, I would like you to sort those sort those icon in order. For example, okay, I would like to see all the VIP case, and then see those normal case, and then finally I would like to see those cheap case, something like that. Then what should I do? Okay, please click this button. Okay, the drop down this button. And then what next here is something called the sort by color. Can you see this option? For the sort by color, let's have a look. If you would like to see, okay, all the VIP case, click the green in color. Then all the green in color, I mean those are VIP case, will show on top of the list. And then if you would like to show, okay, those are normal case on top of the list, yeah, select this icon. If your boss would like to see all the what cheap case, so on top of the list, cheap case. See, this is what we so-called the sort color in order. If you sort color in order, you will find, okay, the distribution is quite even regarding to the what? To the population. Is it clear? This is what we so-called the percentile. If the classification is depends on the population, then percentile. If it is depends on the value itself, then you better select percent. Okay, this is the major difference in between. And then at this moment, okay, one more thing, that is, if your boss say, I would like to see, okay, check how many contribution for those cheap cases, okay, contribute to my revenue, then what should I do? Okay, first of all, here, you better select another function, not sort by color, but filter by color. Okay, see here, I just simply select red in color. Okay, then the whole list will show you the what? Show you only those cheap cases for you, right? However, as mentioned by your boss, he would like to calculate the total contribution of cheap cases to the division's revenue. Then what should he do? See here, okay, up here, can you see an option called the table tools? And then after you select the design tab, can you see an option here called the total row, right? Just simply click the total row, and then one more row will be added at the bottom of the list. Just click the newly added row here, and then right next to the field is a drop-down list box here. You may select either one of them. For example, you may select, for example, sum. You may select standard deviation, maybe sum again, and this one is the average, and this one is the standard deviation, something like that. See, it will show you the calculation of different operations, not only sum, standard deviation, average, maximum, minimum, whatever you want. You can select from the list here. It's okay? It's okay? Yeah. Of course, if you say, wow, David, I would like to calculate this area only, then what should I do? Very simple. Just simply highlight those fields. And then what at the bottom of the status bar, can you see here? It will give you the what? FH, CAR, minimum, maximum, and sum as well. Can you see here? At the bottom of the status bar of Excel. Okay? Of course, if say, David, I don't want to see the count, what should I do? Very easy. Right click this status bar, can you see here? If you would like to take those calculation, you may just simply click the options. However, if you say, I don't want to see that option anymore, uncheck that option. Convenient, right? Right click the status bar, and then see here, average count again, and then I can see count here. If I don't want to see, no longer to see the average, okay, just unclick it, click it, okay, in order to select the options. Is that okay? Is that okay? Great. Be honest, this kind of report cannot show to your boss because this is only for personal use only, I think. Because this is not charming, not so charming, okay? And this is a little bit complicated if it is composed quite a lot of raw data, okay? So at this moment, what should we do? If I were you, I will introduce another great tools to you, that is the pivot table. Okay, for example here, okay, I need to remind you. Okay, although we have already enabled the total row, it's quite useful for us. However, before you continue to do the pivot table operation, you better what? See to uncheck this button, total row. Because if you enable the total row, then the stupid computer will retrieve the total row as one of the data field to do the pivot table analysis. Is it okay? So please do remember to remove the total row before to perform the pivot table. First of all, select this area again. Okay, one of the cell inside the table. This is point number 1. And then number 2, go to the insert. And then out here, can you see an option called the pivot table? Select the pivot table, drop down this box, and then choose this option, pivot table. Click pivot table. Select pivot table. Out here, you may got something called the select a table or range. Select a table or range. Okay, table range. It will show you. Okay, are you going to select table cells? Okay, yes. Okay, no problem. And here, this option is asking you whether or not you would like to be a new worksheet to perform the pivot table analysis. I say yes. Okay, new worksheet. And then click OK button. Then what you can see here is the pivot table, and then on the right hand side is those pivot fields. Okay, basically for the idea of pivot table, anyone of you is already familiar with the operation of pivot table? No. Yes. Not so familiar. Okay. Okay, maybe I can classify all of you as a not so familiar instead of don't know, okay? First of all, okay, the idea of pivot table is like that, okay? Once you got the table, okay, in this manner, okay, you may think, wow, there's so much raw materials. However, for pivot table, what's the idea behind? That is, the system will break down, okay, the table into different fields. And then to let you to recompose the table in different dimensions in order to retrieve more idea on your data, on your raw material or raw data. Okay, this is what the concept behind pivot table. That means break down the raw data and then recompose it in another manner in order to see whether we still have any new finding. Okay. 即係好似砌積木咁，打散嚿積木，唔中意砌正方形，我砌佢做圓形都得，明唔明我講乜 ？Okay? Okay, so what should we do? Okay, for example, now, okay, most of the time, if your boss asks you, okay, David, I would like to know, okay, the contribution for each customer, okay, from this raw data list, okay, to the revenue of the division, then what should I do? Simple. First of all, can you see here we've got column label and row label. Basically, this is a column and row, okay? What should I do? If I say, I would like to drag the customer, okay, here, can you see the customer field here? Just simply drag the customer field to row label here. See what happened? Oh, the row label will show you what? All the customer name of your raw data. We will show in the row label area. Is it clear? This is point number one. You will say, David, I don't want to show it in row label area. I would like to show it in what? Column label. It will put it in a row, like this. See the differences? Okay, this is what called the row label and column label. Basically, for both the column label and row label is useful for what? For classification. For classification. If you want to do some analysis, then what should you do? You should put those fields need to do analysis to the area of values. To the area of values. Okay, how to do it? Very simple. See here. For example, your boss asks you for what? To calculate the revenue. Okay, the contribution for each customer. What should you do? You may just simply check the FOB amount here to the values here and release. See what happens. Then the system will what? By default will automatically to calculate the FOB amount contributed by each customer and automatically to sum the FOB amount together like this in this manner. Is it okay? Regarding to the name of the customer. Is it okay? Hello? Good. I've already told you that is by default. If you drag those values, that means you make a value field, to the data to the value field here, the system will automatically to calculate the sum for you. However, if you say if I drag those text field, to the value field at values area, then what happened? Have a look here. For example, can you see here case number? If you check the case number here, check and job, because of case number, because it will composite with some TESOL data, TESOL data, then the system will treat it as a text string. If the system treat it as a text string, then it will what? It will do a calculation of count. Count, what does it mean? It will calculate the appearance, the number of appearance of cases in each customer. For example, for this customer, ABM, what does it mean by 8? That means altogether, they have a business with our division for 8 times. It's okay? Because we got 8 cases altogether, right? Up to this one, is it clear? For value, by default, it will calculate the sum. For TESOL data, it will automatically to calculate to count the appearance. And now I say that if you put this table, send this table to your boss, your boss may be show to you. Why? How come? I don't know what's the meaning of this field, because by default the field is what? Row label, meaningless. So can we rename it as what? As customer? That's, of course you can do it. The mechanism is very easy. Just select this field and type customer. Done. For this one, FOB. For this one, count. And this one, performance. In the old time, if you use the version 2003, you cannot change the field name easily. But now you are using 2007. You may change the field name easily whenever you want. Just move your active cell to the specific name field and then type whatever you want instead. This is point number 1. And point number 2, that is for this field, FOB field. This is what? This is money, right? We would like to add a dollar sign to it. Then what should we do? Any shortcut for dollar sign in Excel? Can you remember? You may just simply press what? Control-Shift-4. 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 Then it will turn those values, numerical error values, into dollar sign. Control-Shift-4. How to memorize? What's the Control-Shift-4? Very easy. Can you see on top of your keyboard? Number 4, on top of number 4 is a what? It's a dollar sign, right? So Control-Shift-4 is a dollar. How about 5? Control-Shift-5. 5, what is about? It's a percentage sign. If you press Control-Shift-5, it will turn into what? Percent. For 6, 6 is what? It's a cap. Cap, what's the meaning of cap in computer? It is index. That means to the power. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So if you press Control Shift, what? Control Shift 6, it will give you some scientific index. Is it okay? Okay, for 3, it's what? It's a hash sign. Hash sign is looking alike to what? A calendar. Am I right? Alike to a calendar. So Control Shift 3 is what? It's dates. How about you? The X sign. X sign is similar to the face of a clock, right? So Control Shift 2 is equivalent to what? Time format. Is it okay? How about Control Shift 1? 1 exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is like what? Like the what? Like the numeric character 1. That means what? It will tally back to a number. Control Shift 1. If you would like to see the original or original format of the number, Control Shift tilde. Can you see what next to 1? Character 1? Can you see on the leftmost side, top corner, there's a tilde sign, like a split. Can you see? Control Shift tilde. It will become what? Original format of the number. Control Shift 1 with what? With decimal place. Control Shift 2, time, 3, dates, $4, 5%, and 6 is what? Index, scientific index. Of course, Control Shift 4 is frequently used, okay, in our company. It's okay? Very easy to remember, right? You just remember Control Shift, and then you can pick the keyboard in order to remind you, okay, which format it represents. Okay? Good. However, at this moment, your boss asked you for a critical thing for you. That is, your boss may ask, okay, David, I would like to calculate the average value for each customer. That means the average case value for each customer. Then what should I do? Let's have a look. Again, if your boss would like to see one more field, average, what should I do? Very easy. Average also comes from what? FOB amount. Right? You may just simply check the FOB amount again to the values. Remember, okay, the concept is like that. Okay, you may drag as many times as you want, okay, of any field to the field of values, to the area of values. Is it here? Is it here? For example, again, I drag the FOB amount again to the values. It will show me one more additional column, sum of FOB amount. Is it here? However, this time, okay, my boss asking me for what? Giving the FH value, not the sum. Then what should I do? Simple. Select this area again and right click. After you click right click and then you see the value field setting. Select value field settings. Select this one, and then out here, summarized by, you may select among this different function, okay, inside this box. For example, I would like to calculate the FH. My boss asked me to calculate FH, right? Just simply select FH. Oh, sorry. Okay, here. Again, FH. Click OK. See, the system will give me the FH value. Okay, for example, here, I may just simply select a key in average. Yes. Okay. And for this area, Control Shift 4 again. And then, numerical, this is dollar, right? In dollar. Is it here? Is it here? Okay. I will just create a report pivot table. In the old time, if you would like to see to create such a similar report, it will take you quite a lot of time, okay, in order to manipulate different Excel formula, okay. However, once you apply the pivot table, the things becomes easier. And now another challenge, okay, given by your boss. Okay, your boss may ask another question, that is, okay, David, I would like you to calculate the contribution for each customer in percentage. As you can see here, okay, altogether our revenue is what? Okay, that is a 218,000. Sorry, this is 2 million. Okay. 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 Upon to this revenue, okay, I would like to see the percentage, the contribution in percentage for each customer. Okay, in percentage. For example, maybe okay, this customer will maybe contribute 50%, something like that. I would like to have 50% here, over here. Then how to do it? How to show the percentage here? Okay, then contributed by each customer regarding to the total number of the revenue of the division. How to do it? Again, how to calculate how to calculate the percentage? First of all, what is dependency of the field? Again, this is what depends on what? Depends on the FOB amount again, right? So drag one more row from FOB amount again. See here. After we drag the FOB amount here, okay, what next? Because at this time, okay, I don't want to show the exact value. What we are going to show is the percentage. What should we do? If I were you, if I'm stupid, okay, I will do one thing, very stupid. That is Control Shift 5. But it does not mean it will turn into the exact percentage to me, right? Because it's only what to times, okay, each value for 100 times, and then give a percentage mark here. Okay, this is not the correct way. This is totally wrong. So what should we do? Okay, see here. Right click one of the field again here, and then select this option, value field settings. Click the value field settings again. Okay, I think most of you has already familiarized with what is summarized by. But what next here, show value as, is also very important and useful to us. See here, the reason why it will show me the value, because we select the show value as to be normal. However, here we've got so many options. The most useful option for us are percent of row, percent of column, and percent of total. Can you see here? We've got these three options are frequently used and useful to our business environment. See, okay? Okay, so what's the meaning of percent of row? Okay, let's say if this value is the sum of this field, and this field in a row direction, okay? Then we will call it as the percent of row. It will show me the percentage of each field. How much percentage for each field contributed to this total sum in a horizontal calculation manner. Okay, this is what we so-called is the percent of row. For the percent of column, what does it mean? Just like this manner. Okay, this is the total. Okay, calculated by the what? Sum of this whole column. Then, if you apply this format, percent of column to this column, what will be shown? It will show me how many percentage for each of this field contribute to this value. Of course, this is also what we are looking for. This is what we are looking for, percent of column. However, the last one is the percent of total. Similar to this this percent of row and percent of column. But this area will cover more area. What does it mean? If I just guess, okay, this value is the sum of this whole area. Okay, of this whole area. Then we will apply the percent of total. Then it will show each of these entities, okay, the contribution of each entities in percentage upon to this total sum. Okay, this is what we so-called the percent of total. So for this scenario, which one should we select? I've already told you the answer. This is what? The percent of column. Because this is in a what? Vertical manner, so we should select the percent of column. So at this moment, we'll call it as what? Percent of column, and then click the OK button. See what happened. Of course, here I will rename it to percentage. Look nice. See here. After we select the percent of column, here will become what? 100%. And here we show you the what? The contribution in percentage for each customer. Is it clear? Is it clear? 得唔得? Okay. Then good. And then now your boss give you another problem. The other problem is what? Is regarding to the what? Regarding to, okay, for example, your division. the revenue for your division is 5%. Okay, let's say 5%. Okay, I would like your boss would like you to calculate the cost, the profit, okay, of your division. Then what should you do? Then what should you do? OK，因為又係得5% revenue 嘅啫嘛，啱唔啱？咁如果佢計翻個 profit 俾你嘅時候，你要計翻 profit 俾你主子嘅時候，咁點算咧？OK，住生好 ，how to calculate? OK. For example, what we are based on is the what is the FOB amount, okay, and the profit is 5%, okay. So what should we do? 你知唔知點解頭先我要開翻大個冷氣啊？因為其實咧有你開始有啲人咧有二氧化碳中毒或者一氧化碳中毒嘅跡象。係啊，你個人開始咧打瞌睡咧 fell asleep 嘅時候咧，其實已經係咩咧 poisonous by 嗰啲叫 CO 或者 CO2 㗎啦。所以一定要咧，其實有任何情況咧，其實寧願將溫度咧較高，即係佢嗰條溫度較高，但係風機咧盡量就較大，會好啲嘅。如果唔係就即係中毒都唔知發生咩事。真㗎，好恐怖㗎，真係冇講笑。我自從做完嗰篇論文之後咧，我發覺到咧，原來香港吸啖新鮮空氣係好困難㗎。我越嚟越明白咧，點解日本人要製造咁多嗰啲空氣淨化器啊？係真係好有用㗎。尤其是嗰隻咧 Sharp 嗰隻啊，嗰隻係最正㗎。Sharp 嗰隻咧咩 Pasma 嗰隻叫做咩 Pasma 嗰隻，同埋 Panasonic Neo 嗰隻咧係勁正㗎。買啦，冇講笑，2000零蚊啫嘛，吸啖新鮮空氣。好，繼續。Let's continue. Okay, if you would like to calculate the profit, okay, for each case, okay, for each customer, then how to do it? Okay, now here, okay, move the active cell, okay, here, and then select the P4 table choose, and then out here, can you see an option called options, right? For the options, can you see this button called the what? Formulas. For the formulas, can you see an option called the calculator field? Right? What is the meaning of calculator field? Okay, as I mentioned before, okay, your boss tell you, okay, you've got 5% profit, okay, from each case. So what should you do? Okay, first of all, I would like to name the field to be what? Profit. And then what next is the formulas. Okay, and it's the formula. Okay, for the formula, how to calculate? It will based on the what? FOB amount. It will based on the FOB amount, right? I will just simply take the FOB amount because your boss told you, okay, 5% revenue. So what should I do? Times 0.05. 5% is equivalent to 0.05. Am I right? Or maybe you say, okay, David, can I type times 5% instead of 0.05? Of course, yes. But why I type in this manner? Because I don't want to memorize so many different systems, okay? Because different system, okay? I don't know whether or not it will accept the percentage sign. But for 0.05, all the system can accept this manner if I type in this manner. It's okay? So it will calculate, okay, 5% from the FOB amount. If you find that, okay, that's correct, so what should we do? Click the add button. After that, yeah, add button. After that, you can see one more field for you is profit, right? Profit equal to what? Profit is equal to the FOB amount times 0.05, right? Great. After that, click the OK button. See what happened. Oh, sum of profit. It will show the profit of each customer. Okay, for your boss. Okay, for this one, 5% is 202, and this one is $10, something like that. It will show the sum of the profit to your boss as well. Is okay? Of course, if you say, David, if I would like to remove the profit multiplier, okay, let me show you. If I would like to remove the sum of profit, what should I do? Simple. Just simply select this field, and then go to the what? Formulas. And then select the calculator field again. It will say, I don't want to see the profit calculation again. Then what should I do? Can you see the name here? Next to the name, you may see the drop down list button here. just select the profit. After you select the profit, what should you do? Just simply click delete. Oh, gone. It's okay? Of course, fall back at it. Okay? And also, some colleagues say, wow, David, okay, how come sometimes we got something called the modify? Because if you would like to amend the formula, you may just simply click the modify. Okay, to amend the formula. For example, okay, your boss say, okay, we've got not only 0.05 revenue, we've got 0.07% revenue. Then you may just simply amend the formula with 0.07 instead of 0.05. It's okay? Okay, great. Basically, this is the basic operation of the pivot table. However, another great operation for pivot table is like that. Because most of the time you will generate some report regarding to the time period. For example, regarding to the PL day, regarding to the ship day, something like that, right? If your boss would like to check the performance of your team, okay, for the whole years, okay, depends on different months, then what he or she should do. Okay, let me show you. First of all, okay, because of this pivot table is already quite informative already. Okay, we would like to create another new pivot table instead. Okay, so we'll go back to the X data, to this field, and then again, okay, we go to the insert field, and then out here we have an option called the pivot table, right? And then out here we got something called the pivot table. Okay, again, sheet 2 here. Okay, we go back to the X data. For the X data, we go to the insert field, and then out here we've got the pivot table. Pivot table, again, create pivot table again. For this time, what should I do? In the old practice, I will ask you to create a new worksheet, right? However, for this time, I would like to generate a new pivot table on the same worksheet as the previous pivot table. Then I will select this one, existing worksheet. And then I will click the location here. And then again, go back to the sheet 2. And then out here, maybe I will scroll down to this row, 31, A31. And then click the OK button. See what happened? See, the same worksheet will have one more additional pivot table. Okay? Okay, for this scenario, okay, as mentioned before, I would like to, your boss would like to show the performance of your team, okay, throughout the whole year. Then what he will do, that is, first of all, he or she may select the what? PL dates, okay, to the row labels. See, all the dates are here, right? And also, he would like to see, okay, the performance of your team. Okay, very simple. How to check the performance? Depends on the FOB amount. Put in value here. Then the system will show you, oh, this is the value, okay, for each date. Okay, the performance of your team, okay, each day from 2012 to 2013. Okay, is it a proper way to show your performance through the year to your boss? Is that proper way? Of course not, right? Very simple. Okay, your boss, okay, a senior management, okay, they will not keep check on the performance daily. What they are keep checking on is on monthly base most of the time, right? So what you should do is to what? To group all the days in what? In monthly base. So what should you do? Simple. Just simply right click the field here, and then can you see an option called what? Group. Group. Can you see group? Just simply click group, and then the system will automatically select something for you. Okay, it will automatically select the starting at, okay, from the 15th of February of 2012, okay, till the 29th of June at 2013. Okay, but it will automatically select the months for you. However, do remember select also the years as well. You know why? Because this set of data, okay, which is across 2 years. If you just simply, okay, group by months, it will group all the years, okay, maybe, okay, your set of data, okay, this is composite for 10 years data, 10 years information in a data table. It will group all 10 years January together in January, all 10 years February all together in February, okay. If you would like to differentiate, okay, also by the years as well, please do select years as well. This is very, very important. After click OK, it will show you all the revenue for each month, but the performance for each month. Okay, is it here? Is it useful for your daily reporting? Okay, another thing very important I'd like to show you. That is, if we say, David, I would like to here, I would like to show another thing to you. That is, I would like to show also some chart, okay, to my boss. What should I do? Very simple. You may choose, okay, this one, conditional formatting, data bar, instead of generating a chart. This is much more simpler way for you to show it in graphical way. If you can compose it, okay, both the conditional formatting with the pivot table, it is much more convenient and portable for you to do it. This is point number one. And point number two, that is, if you save this file, and then next time you generate the data from the XTS again, and then you may just simply copy and paste those data into this table to replace the original data here, then the report will again show on sheet 2 again for you automatically. Is it okay? That means the beauty of using pivot table not only to help us to tackle some very difficult analysis and complicated analysis, but also it may help us to what? To save it as a campaign and to make our life easier for the later on future. Is it okay? You may just simply copy and paste those raw data from the XTS to the data sheet here, and it will automatically generate the report for you. Is it okay? Remember, you may create what? Create what, and no matter how much pivot table on the same page, you may just to create adequate pivot table on this page, and then copy and paste every month to give the report to your boss. Is it okay? Okay. I hope all of you may apply the knowledge that I teach you in this session to your daily operation and streamline of your daily operations. Okay? Any questions up to this moment? Any questions? No. It seems no. Because you're in a hurry to the lunch time. Okay? Okay. Anyway, okay. I would like to, okay, any representative, okay, can send me all the name of you to my email box at this evening, because I would like to send back all the because I have told you, okay, I record the video clip, okay, through the whole session. I will put it onto my YouTube channel. Okay, I would like to share the YouTube channel to all of you as well. Okay, any representative can send me an email with all the attendees' name, okay, to me. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so after you go back to your seat, okay, I hope, okay, tomorrow morning I can send you the link with this example demonstration file as well. Okay, tomorrow morning. Okay, see you all next time. But maybe next time I will do the training in virtual classroom planner instead, because I need to return this room to CSNA for migration this month. Okay, see you all next time. You're welcome.